Hold on, I have to. Right, that worked. All right, nice, nice. Keep him going. Keep him going. So what are we doing now? What are you doing, everyone? I think we're gonna start with the crime. We're gonna start with the Polish crime. What is this? It's the Kyiv Independent. Let's see if they have any worthy news. U.S. briefly paused weapons to Kyiv in first days of Trump term. Sources tell Reuters. Oh, I wanna read this. I wanna read about this. We need the corpse system. Okay, I wanna read about this as well, actually. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna read about this on stream or off stream. But there's Poland faces 90s style gang terror by Georgian mobsters, experts warn. This is so crazy to me that something that has been supposedly dealt with a long time ago is now back. Like, you used to have the so-called, like, there is this place called Pruszków, and there was this organization called Mafia Pruszkowska, the Pruszków Mafia, and they were dealt with in the 90s, and all the other organizations. They were broken up, arrested, etc. There's a bit of interesting trivia when it comes to that, but those were really brutal times in the history of Poland, and everybody assumed that those times were far behind us forever. But it turns out that the unstable times in the world and certain rules when it comes to the entry to the European Union as well have created fertile land for new organized crime organizations to crop up. And this is what we're talking about today. The rise of mainly Georgian organized crime groups in Poland could plunge the country into an era of gang terror reminiscent of the 1990s. Experts have warned. Like, I'm a bit terrified because I've heard stories of the gangs of the 90s that they would just brazenly commit crimes in the middle of a crowded city, that they would just terrorize people, that if someone would take a bigger amount of money from the bank, they would just swoop in and rob them. I don't know, I don't want to be walking down the street, downtown Warsaw, and then suddenly a violent crime by an organized gang is gonna happen right in front of me, and it maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll catch a stray or something, maybe I'll catch a stray bullet. I'm not sure if this is the near future that I want to be a part of. Pray for me from now on. Pray for me every single time I say I'm going to the city. I'm going to be like, oh my God, please, Lucy, don't get shot. And I'm going to say, I'll do my best. It's like One Piece. It's going to be, no, it's not going to be cool, actually. It's become stronger if you don't want to be robbed. Yeah, become immune to bullets and stuff. Right. You're right, Moho. It's going to be crazy. Specialists compared the brutal methods used by gangsters from the ex-Soviet Georgia to the infamous Pruszków and Wołomin clans, which ran the Polish criminal underworld after the fall of communism. I am quite familiar with the Pruszków clan. Recent incidents linked to the Georgian groups included the daylight robbery of a currency exchange in Poznań and the ambush of an armored van carrying diamonds in Warsaw. So, like, I mind my own business, I'm minding my own business, I'm going down the street, and then suddenly a bunch of people with guns are gonna go and rob a armored vehicle. Again, I might just catch a stray. I might just find myself in a situation where I catch a stray bullet, and then rest in peace, Lucy Haze. It was nice knowing you all. It was fun while it lasted, this little adventure called living, but now the new Georgian gang is in town and they decided that I have betrayed this city. I don't know. According to a report in the Rzeczpospolita's Daily Plus Minus magazine, victims in these cases, along with others reported across the country, were threatened or targeted with knives and guns. The publication wrote, "Oh, never mind. I might not just catch a stray. I might also get stabbed. What do you know? Diversity and inclusion. Shot or stabbed? I might get shanked. Maybe. I'm gonna be either stabbed or shot. What an exciting future I'm looking forward to. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be the best thing ever. Marek Dyjasz, former director of the crime department in Poland's main police command, said that such methods had not been seen in the country since the 1990s, when gangsters cut off victims' fingers and burned people with cigarettes or irons. So I'm gonna be burned with an iron. I'm gonna have a burned little iron-shaped thing on my back or something. Organized crime groups from beyond our eastern borders are moving into Europe in force, including into our territory. Here, it's mainly Georgian groups, sometimes Ukrainians, he said. I'm gonna sneeze. Isn't that exciting? Aren't you excited for me? I'm the biggest Polish trans streamer. Aren't you excited for the future that awaits me? Tell me you did not expect my life to turn into one big gangster movie. Did you? Maybe I should stream it. Oh, I should always have my phone, okay? I should always have my phone with me. And when a sudden, brutal, violent robbery happens in the middle of the street, I should take out my phone and film it or live stream it and be like, hello, everybody, we're just witnessing this thing now. Would you like this sort of stream? They might shoot me for this or stab me for this, but I'm doing this for you, lovely viewers. Are you entertained? Are you happy? This is what's gonna happen. Would you watch this? Would you press like under such a... Would you donate if you saw such a stream happening of a live robbery? Well, you already shake us down for money, so why not start a gangster arc? Well, I'm not the gangster. I'm gonna be the victim, okay? I'll say I don't shake you down for money enough. I don't cut fingers or burn you with cigarettes or iron, okay? Being a streamer is a great cover-up for becoming like the next big mafia gangstar. I mean, there was a pretty big Polish content creator that was caught up in a scandal revolving, I think, gambling or something, but that's like... that happened pretty recently, I think. So that's a thing. This is definitely a thing that happened. Right. So sometimes it's even people from Ukraine, which makes sense considering the unstable situation overall. Andrzej Mroczek, an expert on organized crime and terrorism at Warsaw's Collegium Civitas, warned that the police need to get a grip of the situation quickly, plus minus reported, or else we're all gonna get stabbed, shot, robbed, and killed. This is gonna be our new reality. So, you know what? I'm gonna say it, okay? Please donate so that I can invest in a bulletproof vest, okay? Please donate for my survival of the gangster era Poland, GTA Poland. The modus operandi is reminiscent of Polish crime groups in the 1990s, he said. This statement has been repeated like 5 times now. I think we got the point. I don't think this needs to be stated like 50 different times. It's like the 90s. It's like the 90s. Have I told you that it's like it's the 90s? Have I mentioned like that it's literally like in the 90s? Yes, we get it. We get it. It's like in the 90s. I'm curious if this will cause like Polish conservatives to advocate to decrease funding of Ukraine. No, because it's mainly Georgian gangs. So at best it's gonna cause the far right to or demand to decrease funding to Georgia, which is not a thing. They might say that the borders should be more strictly, because there's this permit that allows Georgians to come to the Schengen zone, to the European Union zone for 90 days. And that is basically supposedly the loophole through which the organized crime in Poland gets its footing through this sort of permissions to just legally access the country for 90 days. So that's more or less what's happening. If this phenomenon is not stopped, before long we may be dealing with the might of Georgian crime gangs on an even greater scale. So in other words, what this little statement translates to is, please donate to me even more, because now I don't just need a bulletproof vest. I also need a helmet now. Okay? Now I also need a helmet. Possibly groin armor to protect my areas. Oh, this is I mentioned it and now they're gonna talk about it in the article. Visa free access for Georgians. This supposedly is the main reason why this is even allowed to happen. This access without a visa. Since 2017, Georgian citizens have been able to come to Europe's Schengen area without a visa for a 90-day period. By the way, Polish people are allowed to do this for Ukraine. As a Polish person, I can go to Ukraine without a visa for 90 days, no problem, just with a passport. Do Polish conservatives even consider Ukrainians as human beings? That is a great question. The more far right the Polish person becomes, the less human they see Ukrainians as. Actually, it's disgusting, but it's true. It's disgusting, but I've already seen enough evidence to know that it's true. I can answer this one. This has sparked a wave of migration into countries such as Poland, where many have chosen to apply for longer term residency and found jobs in manufacturing, transport, and other sectors of the growing economy. By the way, a lot of Georgian food places have opened up ever since 2022 when the war has started. I mean, it's true. I'm sorry. Far right lunatics just dehumanize whoever they can. And right now, for them, Ukrainian people are an easy target to dehumanize. I'm like, unfortunate as it is, it's also true. I've seen the slogans, stop the Ukrainification of Poland. Okay, maybe Poland could use to be a little bit more Ukrainified. Maybe then Polish people would loosen up a bit, being such stiffs. Growing economy. But criminals have taken advantage of the rules too, Plus Minus said. Per capita, Georgians committed more crimes than any other group of foreigners in Poland in 2023. Numbers fell in 2024. Plus Minus reported tentatively attributing it to an increase in deportations. Georgian criminal groups have evolved over the last few years, Mroczek told the magazine. Now, well-organized groups work in corporate structure, that is to say that they have cells in different European countries. One group goes into a European country, they commit robberies or attacks, then they escape, passing their stolen goods on to accomplices. Another group is then sent in to finish the job. So basically, like, they have, I guess, departments, the departments of committing the robbery, and then they pass it on to the department of stashing the goods, and then they pass it on to the department of selling the goods, and they also have people integrated into the system that buy the goods off of them. So it's a pretty elaborate system. So usually when the people that commit the robbery get arrested, they do not have the stolen stuff with them because they have already passed it on to a different branch of the organization. So a lot of the stuff that has been stolen in Warsaw, for example, those things have not been retrieved. None of those things have been retrieved to date. I'd like to just mention that. None of that stuff has been retrieved. Polish police have formed a special group to deal with the crime gangs, the magazine reported, but experts say that they need to act quickly and make inroads into the Georgian criminal underworld. Just like in the 90s, they need to be broken up. They are said, if we don't get to know the scene pretty quickly and don't start fighting back, Georgian groups could become so deeply rooted that it would be very difficult to remove them. So, there you go. I'm looking forward to the day that I witness at least one of two violent crimes while walking through the city, and who knows what happens. Please donate if you like what I do, because I might need all the money that I get. I might need money for a doctor's appointment if someone has bad aim and I catch a stray bullet. Who knows? Isn't that cool? Real excited for me Are you all happy for me? Life is becoming much more interesting now. Oh gosh. Now this is pod racing, isn't it? No? Nobody? Nobody has anything to say about the fact that I'm about to live in a gangster country? I'm about to live GTA 6 or 7? GTA 7 Polish edition. Stay safe, Lucy. We'll see. We'll see what happens. That would be like One Piece. No, that would be like GTA actually. Polski. I would swear in Polish, but this stream is gonna get demonetized, and I need all the money that I get for all the first aid kits, protective vests and stuff. We got Polish GTA before GTA 6. I know, right? Isn't that cool? That's pretty cool, isn't it? It's like, whew, damn. All right, so that's a story. That's a segment. Is fake Alec Kyle Parker here? Where are you, fake Alec Kyle Parker? Come on. Come on, fake Alec Kyle Parker. You could ask Dylan for all that stuff. Doesn't he need all that stuff? Only slightly used? Well, he's gonna need it himself. He's going to Ukraine. He's slightly used.